Hi, welcome to another episode of Mom Does It All. If you're looking for encouragement, empowerment, and uplifting in motherhood and mompreneurship, this is the show for you. I'm your host, Marta Spurk, triplet mom, certified success coach, and all things motivation extraordinaire. In this episode, I'll be talking about how everything happens for a reason, even the hard stuff. Challenges are going to happen, and they have to, so we can grow and learn. So trust the laws of the universe, that they're contributing for your good, and learn how to use them in your favor. Let's dig in.
You guys, my voice is back. It feels like forever. I was so sad that I couldn't upload a solo episode last week, but I'm here and, I wish I had recorded in batches before, but I really like recording these episodes on the week of based on what I'm currently learning and what's going on. So I guess I'm going to have to do a little bit of a recap. So basically, I was forced to take a break. I got sick. I wasn't even it wasn't a full-on cold or flu or whatever. It was literally just on my voice. I had a little bit of a sore throat, and then the next day, and probably because I kept on talking and I didn't rest my voice, that didn't help. The next day, I lost my voice completely. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I had no voice. And then on Friday, it kind of started coming back. And for someone that, uses her voice so much, that was so frustrating, and it felt like an eternity. But it really helped me, take a break and reevaluate. And reevaluate is a word that is coming up a lot lately in my interviews. And that's what I've been saying, that, life is about the ups and downs and the ebb and flow. And so the hard times are there for a reason, to teach us, to help us look within, because it's so easy to get busy and forget about following our heart and intuition, listening to our body. We're just go, go, go all of the time. And then we lose touch with ourselves, and that's when things fall apart. So things fall apart and you're like, okay, there's a reason why they're falling apart. Let me regroup here with myself. And in all of that, I just, got so many insights because I was forced to not be talking so much. And for a talker, I guess that's super, super important, so that you pay closer attention to what's going on around you. So one of the first things was that I could not yell at my kids, which obviously, I try to be an intentional, aware mom, but it's triplets. They're almost 3, which, terrible twos. They tell you about the terrible 2s and you dread them, and then you go through them, and then they tell you the 3s are worse. So it's like, okay, thanks a lot. And it is intense. And of course, there's going to be yelling involved when someone's doing what they're not supposed to, and then the other one's doing what they're not supposed to across the room, or, in a different room. And so it was funny because I kept trying to tell them, mommy owie in my throat, and of course, they don't really understand. And they were like, mommy owie neck. And I would whisper because that's all I could do. And they would whisper back. It was hilarious. But it really helped me kind of stop and just look at them and appreciate them more. And I know I talk a lot about gratitude, but again, that's something that we overlook so much because we're always so busy and go, go, go. But when things like that happen, you just, really get into that place of being thankful for the things that you have, like your voice, and not first and foremost take it for granted and not use it inappropriately. So it really helped me connect with my kids more. And so I am grateful for that. And it also helped me catch up on some trainings since I couldn't, record anything or talk or anything. So it was just a moment for me to read more and listen more. And it really helped me see that even with my business, I need that downtime so that I can learn more and, and then create more content as I am growing myself. So it's just insane because I'm always talking about moms not pouring from an empty cup. And the same goes for your business too. If you're just on the go the entire time, then you're not really in touch with your intuition, with your heart, and with what you're supposed to be putting out there in the world to help the people that you're helping with, whatever it is that your business is. So And interestingly enough, with the trainings that I caught up with, it was all the more confirmation. And I've been talking a lot about this as well, how all of the different things that I'm doing, it's just like I get confirmation from different people and in different ways of the next step that I'm supposed to take. It's like I'm constantly getting nudged and pulled a certain direction. And that tells me that that's the direction I need to take. And one of the trainings that I finished was about the law of attraction. In fact, it was about the 12 immutable laws of the universe. And the law of attraction is just one of them. And I really, really felt pulled to share a little bit more about this with you guys because it's so interesting and it goes hand in hand with what I have been learning, after getting my success coach certification, that really we know a lot about the law of attraction through the movie and the book, The Secret. But in reality, the law of attraction is not the only thing that comes into play when you think about, making your dreams a reality. Because if that was the only law governing our lives, and the universe, then you would think something and it would instantly materialize in front of you. And that's not how it happens. And the reason why that is, it's because there are other laws and they're all acting together to create life and to create what we understand as our existence right now. And it sounds kind of crazy and kind of woo-woo, but hear me out because it makes a lot of sense. And I'm not going to go through all of the laws and explain all of them because that will take up too much time and it might be a little boring. I do want to eventually explain more. And that's another thing too. I have been doing this series, A Countdown to Christmas, with my friend who was here on the podcast last week, Amber Bruzicki, giving you daily tips on how to have a healthier mindset, how to have a positive mindset and making mindset shifts and getting to know yourself better. And she's covering the health and nutrition and fitness side of it. So if you haven't checked out my stories, you have to. If you're not following me on Instagram yet, it's momdoesitall_. Just go on there and check my daily stories because I'm sharing awesome tips. And so I want to focus on talking about the things that I noticed I am not using. So the laws that I am failing at, because that's going to be the indication for me of the things that I still need to work on and why the law of attraction is not operating in my favor, why I'm not manifesting the things that I want in my life, because it's not just thinking about something that you really want and it will automatically appear in front of you. And so the things that I noticed that I haven't been working on as much, and I'm going to have to read my notes here and show it to you, the law of oneness, which is understanding that what you wish upon others, you're wishing upon yourself. And that is huge. It's kind of like karma, but it's not really, because it's really unconscious that you are blocking yourself from receiving what you want when you see somebody else having that because you feel jealous, for example, instead of being happy for them, instead of, having these feelings of joy that somebody else accomplished it. And so that means I can accomplish it too, that it's possible because somebody else did it. I tend to feel, I tend to fall into the comparison. And if you do too, here's a hint for you. That's one of the things that's blocking you from getting what you want is comparing yourself, is, getting jealous, envying somebody else. You have to let that crap go. The other thing that I noticed as well has a lot to do with the law of cause and effect. And this one is amazing because you can think of the universe as being like soil. The soil doesn't care if you sow, some kind of seed like tomatoes, or if you sow, a flower. It is going to sprout whatever you put on there. Of course, there are different things in play, the weather and all of that. But think about that. Like the soil doesn't discriminate. It will, if it can, sprout and grow whatever you sow in it. And the same thing is with the universe. So all these laws are very interconnected, but you see what I mean here? Like if you are going to, put something out there, you're going to be reaping that. It really is. And it goes back to you being one with the universe and with everyone around you. And really you reap what you sow. So that was really big to me. And it kind of goes hand in hand with the sense of if you're envious of others or if you are, judging others, you're really, really bringing that upon yourself. So being more aware of that as well. The next thing has to do with the law of gender, which has everything to do with feminine and masculine energy and how everything in the universe has this balance between these two things, and understanding that there's a season for patience and there's a season for persistence. So with the feminine and with the masculine. And that's something that I have been learning a lot lately as well. And like I just mentioned, the ebb and flow, there's a moment for you to just be and be patient in where you're at. And there's a moment for you to push and to challenge yourself and really getting into that rhythm and into that flow. So I love that one. And there's also actually a lot of rhythm and understanding that nature doesn't bloom all year long. And that's something that's come up a lot lately for me, is understanding that there are different seasons in life. There are different seasons in nature, right? And so you have to embrace the downs, guys. It's tough, but you have to understand that the downs are there for a reason, and you have to celebrate them and to be grateful for them, because you're learning a lesson, you're growing, and that's going to make you all the more stronger to be even more of a high when the high finally comes. And lastly, the other one that I noticed I am not doing very well with is the law of compensation, which has to do with money. So it's kind of like the karma aspect of things, but with generosity. If you are not giving, and it could be in value or, in terms of money, or having a prosperity mindset, then you are bringing that upon yourself. You see what I mean? So it really goes back into the things you focused on the most, that's what you're going to have, but it's different nuances. And once you understand these details, which has a lot to do with what I've been talking about, even in my tips and my stories, is the different nuances of self-sabotage and the secret saboteurs. Once you dig deeper and understand these little details, it's like, oh my gosh, this is what's holding me back. And then once you finally pinpoint the things that are holding you back, you can stare at your goals in the face and be like, nothing's going to stop me. I am going to reach you. And that's when you manifest all the things that you want in your life. However, I have to add a little disclaimer here. Even with all of this awareness, you're still going to get frustrated from time to time, because you're not going to see the manifestation of the things that you're hoping for, and you're aware of all the things that that could be holding you back, and you're being more intentional, and it's still not happening. And that's when you'll need to accept that things are not going to be all rainbows and butterflies all the time. There will still be hard times. There will be lows. It's guaranteed. The high that you might be feeling right now, it's not going to last forever. Okay? And this is what I'm loving about all of this, because I am truly learning and accepting that there will be challenges, and that's okay. I need them. I remember when I would hear Christian songs growing up saying, I thank God for the mountains, for the valleys, for the storms, for the troubles and trials. I used to think that was kind of weird, twisted, But now I understand, seriously, challenges force you to be strong. They expose your weaknesses. They are true gifts to help you grow. Like, they are your opportunity to grow if you will see it like that, which of course it's not going to be easy, but that's what makes it so amazing as a growth opportunity. And so if you get anything out of this episode, just know that the hard times are there for a reason. They're going to happen anyway. So you might as well learn from them. Learn from the hard times. Learn from the challenges. And you'll just grow and become a better and better version of yourself and achieve your goals and the things that you're setting out to do.
I am so humbled and so thankful that you joined me today for yet another episode. I want to do a special shout out to some countries that I was not expecting to be listening to me. And I do want you to get in touch with me if you're from these other countries besides the US, Canada, and Brazil, China, Australia, New Zealand, Argentina, France, Spain, Germany, Netherlands, Denmark, UK, Ireland, Romania, Saudi Arabia, India, Thailand, South Korea, South Africa, Malta, and Hong Kong. Hi! Thank you so much for your support. I am so happy that, all this encouragement and this empowerment and everything that I'm doing is reaching you guys. And thank you for your support. And don't hesitate to reach out. I want to talk to you guys, and I want to know what you're going through over there as moms and entrepreneurs and all of the things. You guys, this literally, you are literally the best gift I could have asked for this year, ending 2018. Thank you. And until next time, bye.